Hi guys, it's Ken from AnyMonkey, and if you're watching this tutorial, this is the first tutorial you should watch if you've downloaded the app. Then you're interested in finding out how to add projects and customers and things like that, so you can actually start using your app once you've downloaded it. So there's two ways to get to the admin panel site where we can do all of this. The first way is on your home screen in your app. There's a button there that says redirect to admin panel, and what this does is it takes you to a browser, which basically brings you to our login screen. We can also get there if we come to www.anymonkey.ca, and if you click on customer login, which I'm about to do right now, this will bring you to the screen, the admin login. And what you do here is you enter in the same information that you entered when you created your company or created your account. So in my case, it's just going to be ken@anymonkey.ca. And I'll put in my password. Oops, I think I made a mistake there. Put in my password, and I'm going to log in. Once you logged in, you've got four main sections. You've got the user management section, which is basically you and any other agents that you want to add to this section here. You can add agents without having to buy licenses for the iPad. They just can't. You can only use one iPad at a time, and unless you've bought more iPad licenses, basically. But people can add. The reason you would want to add more agents here is, let's say you have an assistant back at the office who will take a call for a new customer and a new project, and once that person enters that information, and you're on the road, they can email you and say, hey, I've just added a new project, please log in, and then you'll log in and you'll see all the new information that's in there. So this is where you would add an agent. There's the customer management section. Obviously you're adding your customers. Project management system, where you're going to add projects. And one good thing about the program is that you can add multiple projects for a single customer. So it's really good. You can you don't have to go looking through that customer. If that customer is not listed 10 times, they're listed once, and then if any project that they have for you. So if you have a repeat customer, you can just simply find that in the search function in the app. Also, there's a material management category here, and that's basically a database that you can customize and build as you like to add materials and things, so that when you're on the roof and you're doing your takeoff, you don't have to keep adding things manually. You can create a list in here which will download to the app, and you can just select it from a drop down, which makes things much faster when you're on the roof. You really appreciate that, especially on the rainy days when you're trying to get out of there. So first thing I'm going to do is go into user management, and I'm going to select agents. And actually I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to select my profile, because this is what I want to show you about the logo. I noticed, you might have noticed when you first signed up, the company, it asked you for a logo. If you don't have that on your iPad, and most people probably don't, you would come in here and you would add the logo right here. Now, the thing about the logo is that everyone has a different size logo, and you want to have it so it fits on your page. So what you're going to do is you're going to try it here first, then you're going to go back to your app and you're going to create a photo report, and that photo report is going to show you the logo. If you don't like the way it looks, then you're going to have to actually adjust the size of your image and then reload it back on here until you're happy with it. If you have a problem doing this, just please give me an email at ken@anymonkey.ca, and I'll be happy to resize your logo for you or get it to fit on your page nicely so that it looks real nice when you're sending it to your customers. Then you go to agents, and this is where you would add new agents. It's very simple. You say add new, you fill in the agent's information here, and you click on add. The reason that you want to make sure that all of this information is filled in correctly is because this is actually going to be at the bottom of your photo reports as well. So when you send an email to your customer, they've got all of this information, not your password obviously, but they've got all this information on their photo report. So you want to make sure this is all filled in correctly and with your proper capitalization, stuff like that. Then you go to customers, and it's very similar. You would simply add a new customer. You put in the customer name, the customer phone number, their email ID, and this is where you put in their address. And here's another line which doesn't show up on your reports or anything, but it's just something for you to give you a little reminder about what this customer is. Maybe it's a repeat customer, maybe it's a general contractor that you're working with, just a little bit of information about that person. And again, you would just say add, and you would add a new customer. You can't create a project unless you've got a customer. So I'm going to skip material for now, and I'm going to go to the project management section. And these are all the projects that you add. In this particular case here, I've added myself as the agent, and I've added my son as the customer, and I've typed in the name of the project. Usually what the name of the project is going to be the address. So I would go 1234 Highland Drive, and that's how I would name this project. That way, when you're looking for it later on, you may not remember that it was Mr. Jones. So you want to do it by the address, because that's the most likely thing you're going to remember. And now here's the point where you would add an image. In this case, I've already added an image. This is an aerial photo that I had of this project here. So I would add it in here. If you don't have one, that's okay. The only problem with that is that if you don't have an aerial image from another source other than Google, which generally Google Earth is good in most areas, but I find that if you can find a proper ortho photo from a municipal government or from Pictometry or something, that those photos are generally a little bit better. But if you don't have a photo here, don't worry. On the app, there's an option for you to use Google Earth instead, and then find your location and then use that photo instead. So you can do it either way. But if you do have a photo, then add it here. Once you've added that, this is going to be more for guys that have a lot of tenders that they do, where they get written specifications from engineers or roof consultants, and then once you've created the project, you'll have an area here where you can go and add PDF files, because there is an actual part of the app that lets you highlight things in the PDF file. And the really nice thing about that is that the app is built in such a way so that once you create a report from the PDF section, it'll only print the pages that you've put highlight on, so you don't have to go back and find all those pages that you were highlighting before, all the little details and things like that. So it's a really handy tool. You can also look at photos that you may have taken. This is just a random photo that I put on here for demonstration purposes. And you can also look at reports. And if you created a report, this one here will just be on that date. It'll just be the main image for that roof. And if I click on that, it'll show a little bit of stuff that I was doing on my report there. And it'll also show the details and things of like the square footages and stuff like that. And this is just, I just drew a little tiny area right here, and then I just fooled around. So, but that's the report that you would have uploaded from your iPad. And if you had a photo report, then there would be another link here that says photo report. If you had a PDF report, there would be a PDF report. If you had a material report, it would all be here in the report section for you. And then you can print those out and staple them together, and then when you're working on your estimate, you can just simply flip through the pages, or you can just look at them on here, and you can get your estimate done, and all your information is in one spot, which is the whole purpose of this app. It was to get all of your information that you need when you're doing a roof takeoff in one location, so that you can quickly and easily do your report. So that's it for this demonstration. I hope now you can add some reports and customers, and projects and customers, and start using the app and getting full use out of it. If you have any questions, like I said, give me a call at 604-377-5509, or you can also email me at ken@anymonkey.ca. Thanks very much.